All right, welcome back in Alive Now. I'm Austin Westfall. Take a look. The upcoming SpaceX initial public offering is expected to value the company at roughly $1.75 trillion. That's a number that could make Elon Musk the world's first trillionaire. SpaceX wants to sell 555 million shares at an initial price of $135 a share. Although the company does say that the final IPO price will be set on June 11th and could shift based on investor demand and other market conditions. Let's bring in Echo Wang. She's writing about it for Reuters. Echo, your latest reporting says that
of SpaceX is currently one of the most talked about investment opportunities in the market. But before we even listen to what is going on, recent reports indicate that investor demand for IPO is already about 2 times the share being offered, and this is suggesting extremely strong interest from institutions and retail investors, with a valuation that we are seeing is around 1.5 and 1.75 trillion, which is potentially making it the largest IPO in history.
that $135 price is likely going to be rigid, correct?
Yes, that's correct. That's what we were told by our sources today.
And talk about the implications of a $135 price target. Don't IPOs usually work with more of a range?
Exactly. Usually what you do with an IPO is that you set a range before the launch of the roadshow, and the company goes on the road, meet with prospective investors, take their feedback, and you go back and decide what price do you want to price your deal at. So what Elon and SpaceX have been doing is completely, some call a rewrite of the IPO playbook.
And why do
When you look at what's going on, we see SpaceX being a potential historical IPO, but something needs to be understood here, that whereas almost everybody is saying that you should not miss, could this just be an excitement, and could wise investors wait after the IPO? Now, the bull case and why investors are kind of excited is because of a few reasons. And then we shall also look at the bear case, why you need to be very careful. Now, one of the bull case reasons is the exceptional market leadership, seeing that SpaceX has become the dominant launch provider globally and is creating a significant competitive advantage. And you also see that one of its businesses, Starlink, is really real business that is bringing in profit, and it's already generating very good revenue. And also Elon Musk has a very reputable leadership record, and he has transformed entire industries over time. Yeah, and so investors can bet on him. And also we see that SpaceX is pursuing opportunities in satellite communications and transport, space transportation, and also AI infrastructure that many investors could be interested in. Okay, so let's continue.
they feel comfortable rewriting the playbook with this IPO?
One of the things we're hearing is there is a lot of demand, a lot of interest, and also SpaceX as a pre-IPO company, it is probably one of the most well-known companies compared to all the other private companies in the world, because it's been private for over 20 years, and it has one of the most well-known founders, Elon Musk. and it has a lot of publicity, so it already has been really recognized. And for the IPO, the company has also decided the retail investors would be a big part of the IPO. So
For so long, SpaceX has been not coming public because of Elon Musk's own reasons, which I think one of them was the instability that maybe disturbs him when it comes to his decisions. Actually, even now, he's still owning a very large share of the companies and the voting powers. I think 82, around 80%. But the wise thing I see is giving a chance to retail investors to invest in the company. And I think his ambitions are really so big, and maybe he really wants to involve all who can be involved, which can be a very good opportunity for retail investors. And also, I think that is a very wise undertaking, but still him retaining a very big share of the voting powers probably is very intelligent.
I guess all that reasons above probably contribute to them wanting to do things on their own terms.
Sounding like they want this IPO to raise around $75 billion. What does SpaceX want to do with that cash?
A lot of things. For example, the Starship, the launch business, and also they have this vision of this is probably years down the road for data center in space, and all of this is very much in demand of cash. So all that $75 billion raised, some of them or a lot of them, they will go probably back into reinvestment in those company businesses.
So let's
like I've already said, I think Musk has super big ambitions as always. If you look at Tesla, which is being compared to now SpaceX at this point, I think Musk sees larger ambitions making him take the company public, and probably we could see crazier things happening in the near future. But still, some of the ambitions, like the space exploration, the Mars ambitions, in my view, I think it is a wastage of time. However, the other ones, like the Starlink, which is actually now the arm that is being profitable, is really very useful and could still remain a very powerful arm for the company. And I still think that looking at Elon Musk, he has actually changed his ambitions from Mars to the moon, which I still think I don't believe in those moon ambitions. However, the data thing I think is a very important thing, given that data centers now that we are having may not be sufficient enough. So that could be a very strong point, especially for the bulls.
say an average investor is watching this interview right now. There's got to be a lot of people out there who, in general, have thought about investing in SpaceX in the past. Now they're actually going to be able to do it. So what should they know before they actually try?
Oh, they should know. First of all, they should know about the price. That probably $135 a share is the price you're going to have to be paying if you wanted to invest in an IPO. And on the other hand, although Elon has said, or the company has decided that retail investors will be able to participate in this IPO, but it's always it's unknown how hard or how easy it would be for people to participate in. And even if you have the capital, you have the money, and access could be an issue.
You know,
Yeah, so what is being talked here is one thing that I also agree with, that even if you have a lot of money, somehow, somewhere, you may not really be able to change a lot. But then also you have to remember, as I begin on the bear case, the risks that one, as investors, you have to remember of the issue of volatility. That this stock, like you've been seeing, Tesla is a stock that is going to be up and down, up and down. Today this news will come and then the stock will go down. Tomorrow this news will come and the stock will go up. So if you are not the kind that really can stomach this kind of volatility, maybe this stock may not be yours. And also, as talked about, something that I want to talk about also is the IPO volatility, whereby these high-profile IPOs often experience significant price swings during the first few weeks of trading. So this one should be expected, and as always, but if you've held Tesla, then you really know what happens with it, the ups and downs. And so if you're ready for this, then maybe you could give it a shot.
SpaceX, they've been sending out social media updates. They say that the company was founded to make life multiplanetary. We've been able to expand that mission with our Starlink constellation and AI solution, they say. Echo, what's the main driving force behind why this IPO might be as big as it is expected to be? Is it because of the existing business results from SpaceX, or is it because of people that are investing in SpaceX's long-term goals?
I think probably a combination of both. But if you look at the S1, the prospectus, the filing, the company filed with the SEC a while ago, there's an interesting number there. It's called total addressable market. Essentially, that's the market opportunity for you, for the company, if you can capture every single opportunity. And that number is $28.5 trillion. So it's a huge number. And then 90% of it, I think the company identified that opportunity in AI. So a lot of the valuation, because to calculate the valuation of IPO, you use projected numbers, which are numbers that lie in the future in 2026, 2027, and down the road. So a lot of the valuation aspirations are based on, I think, people's confidence in what the company is going to become, instead of what had already happened in the past.
So looking forward here, there's a larger conversation to be said about how AI will impact the larger market as a whole. We're seeing this SpaceX IPO. We'll eventually see something similar with OpenAI. How are these AI giants, including and stepping into the market, what are the reverberations that we expect in the market as a whole because of these major players entering it?
That is a great question. I think one of the things I think is going to be having a huge impact on is because if you look at SpaceX, it's going to be one of the first companies upon going public. It will be very quickly included in a lot of the indexes. For example, NASDAQ 100. That means even if you are not a investor in SpaceX, even if you don't invest in the stock, you probably would be to some extent connected to this company, because a lot of the big funds, they have to be buying the indexes. And if SpaceX is part of the indexes, that means that it would have a penetrating impact on a lot of people, a lot of Americans. And also another thing is the scale of these companies. For SpaceX, is looking at $1.75 trillion. And between Anthropic and OpenAI, I think some of our reporting and others have shown that it probably, each of them will be over $1 trillion as well. And then all the three companies combined is close to $4 trillion. So that's a very large scale and a lot of money.
Something to be watching for is, well, SpaceX first, and then we'll watch some of these other companies after that. Thanks for the time, Echo.
Absolutely.
Appreciate it.
So should you be participating in investing in SpaceX? Now, if you're a long-term investor, probably 5 to 10 years, and you believe in space commercialization, satellite internet growth, AI infrastructure expansion, and Musk's ability to execute, then SpaceX could become one of your most important growth companies over the next decade. But for a value-oriented investor, the valuation may appear stretched, and waiting for a post-IPO volatility could provide a better entry point. But what do I think about the stock? The business quality is very good, competitive advantage is very strong, the growth potential is exceptional, and the financial risk is moderate to high risk, and the valuation is expensive. However, the long-term outlook is bullish, depending on where the company will focus more. If it focuses more on connectivity and data centers, then it could be moving in the very good direction. If it focuses on things of like Mars and the moonward exploration, then it may be losing a lot of money. And also remember that, in my view, such things are not really necessary. They are wasting a lot of money, and as the Bible tells us, we should be careful, especially not to waste. That money could be used to do something that can help humanity. And then the near-term IPO risk is still high. So that's what I can say. Let me know your thoughts, and remember to always put God first, and let me know if you want these kinds of videos. Thank you.